Good morning and welcome to Muscle Maintenance with In Shape Fitness. I'm Kim Watkins, your trainer for Friday. It is Friday. We made it through the week, March 8th, and that means it's a level 5 difficulty workout. So we are in for a bit of a doozy here today. Fair amount of jumping, lots of strength work, lots of compound movements in various planes of motion, and we're going to start with our warm-up of jumping jacks to get started. Why don't you go right on into it? I've been doing these jumping jacks all week, so you know that I want you to stand up straight, tuck in your tailbone, engage your tummy muscles, and land lightly on the balls of your feet with a slight bend in your knee. The 30 seconds is going. You're reaching up, rotating your hands up in a huge circle with only a very slight bend in your elbow, touching your hands at the top. Controlled fashion, start breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth to create that rhythm of breathing that you need to take through the entire workout. And for an aerobic workout like this, you're really going to need that pattern of breathing that you sustain throughout the workout. Even when you're just listening to the instruction in the first set or doing something that's relatively easy for you, focus on breathing in through your nose and taking a lot of air in through your nose, and then control slow exhale through your mouth so that you get the most out of the exchange of gases in your body. Okay, bring your feet together, extend your arms up over your head, press your palms together, and isometrically contract every single muscle that you can imagine in your body. There are 235 in the body, and there aren't too many that you can sort of really envision, but take a moment and really think about squeezing your tummy muscles, really getting the shoulders engaged and squeezing those muscles, pressing the palms together, contracting your pelvic floor muscles, or really that's one muscle, the Kegel movement, so sort of drawing in and up, contracting that pelvic area, squeezing your quad muscles, squeezing your butt cheeks. 5 more seconds. Good. Okay. So we're going to do 2 sets of our workout as we normally do. It's going to be a 6-move series, and the first set is instructional, which means that there's a little bit of downtime in between each of the moves in order to recalibrate your starting point, make sure that you've got your feet in the right position, make sure that you understand what you're doing. And the first move here is a squat with a kick. So we've been kicking all week in the first position, and today you're going to do a squat with that kick, forward kick. So plant your feet shoulder width apart with your pinky toes and heels in line. Shift your weight to your heels. Sit down and back into your imaginary chair. And as you come up, lift the right knee, kick out the right foot, then put it back down on the floor in the same exact place and go right back into your squat. Don't even stand, just go right into the squat. Then on the second squat, lift the left knee and kick out the left foot. Let's start the 30 seconds. Now you can keep your hands on your hips, or you can extend your arms out in front of your body in kind of a protective mode. You can do kind of a standing row as you come up into the kick. You can extend your arms out forward as you lower into your squat, and then come up and pull the elbows back to protect the ribs. However you like. You've got about 6 more seconds. We're going to continue with a squat. The second or the next move, which was a boxing move, we're actually doing in combination again today with a squat. Only today we're going to do a vertical punch. Yesterday you actually did a squat with the forward punch. Today you're going to keep squatting down as you stand up. Punch one arm up, then the other, then squat back down. Punch up with the right arm, then the left. So it's kind of a squat as you stand, punch, punch, squat, stand, punch, punch. 30 seconds is going. Make sure you inhale as you lower your body and your weight is shifted to your heels. Exhale as you stand up and punch hard. Really give it some power, and then take advantage of that negative energy that exists. It's physics, and I can't quite honestly give you the full explanation of why this works, but if you envision having to pull your arm back down, not letting gravity help you get your arm back down, there is a difference in the output of your muscle tissue. So take advantage of that, right? Okay, let's move on to the next thing. We're going to do a grand plie this time. Instead of yesterday and actually all week, we've had a demi plie, or the first position move in terms of your feet. So your heels were together, toes turned out as far as possible. Now you're going to separate your feet a little bit. Oh, I'm getting a text message. All right, so let's go back to that. Now you're going to extend your feet out a little bit farther, about double shoulder width apart, but turn your toes out as far as you can once again. And then as you lower your body into the plie, I want you to go all the way down into a full squat. It's a plie squat, and lift your heels at the same time. This is a hard squat. It is a very challenging move. So make sure your arms are extended forward for balance. Maybe make that big circle like a ballerina does. And take one, let's do one together where you lower your body, inhale on your way down, lift your heels up, your thighs should be parallel to the floor. Your knees will go over the tips of your toes a little bit here, and that's okay. And then as you exhale, press your heels into the floor, contract your glutes, and stand all the way up. Let's keep going. 30 seconds is going now. Very good. Keep it going. Another 10 seconds. You're not going to do very many of these. Repetitions are not the name of the game here, but you do want to control your movement and try to keep in balance. It's really hard. That's why it's much better to hold your arms out in front of your body on this move than it is to keep your hands on your hips, which sometimes you do. Okay. One more standing move, and then you'll be on the floor for for 2 more moves at the end there. You're going to do a lunge jump. Now, I realize there are not a lot of people that really do these very well. So if you need to, go back to the forward backward lunge from yesterday, or you could do a forward curtsy lunge if you prefer. You can just do a forward lunge or a reverse lunge. You're already working pretty hard here, but a lunge jump is a forward lunge with your right leg. So take a big step out with your right leg and go all the way into your lunge where you bend both knees to 90 degrees, keep your abs engaged, keep your back straight, tailbone tucked in, hands out to the sides, probably for balance. Now, as you lift your body, you're going to explosively jump up and switch the position of your feet so that the left foot then goes out in front, the right leg goes back, and then go right back into another lunge. Take your time with these. Okay, let's start the 30 seconds. Do what you can, even if you just do 1 or 2 of them, and then you go back to something regular, something, something on the ground. That's fine, totally fine. They are very hard. I can only do 5 or 6 myself, which is really all you probably be doing. You really want to move slowly as you're lifting up. You're going to explosively lift up, but when you move, get your body back into the foot position for the adjusted foot position after the jump. You want to lower the body quite slowly, and you're almost finished. You've got 10 seconds. Alrighty, you're all set. Good. Okay, sit down on the floor. Tabletop position is next. You probably know what I'm going to ask you to do. If you've listened to any of these workouts and you've ever been in tabletop position with me, your trainer from InShape Fitness, I will have you doing this move at least once every couple of weeks, if not once a week, I feel like. But I of course do them every day. So this is the deal. It's called a folding tabletop, and you're going to be in tabletop position with your hands on the floor, fingers facing forward, shoulders directly in line with your hands. Your feet are on the floor, pinky, toes, and heels in line. Your knees are bent to 90 degrees around that, and your thigh and torso make the tabletop. So that's your tabletop position. Now, the folding tabletop is where you are going to rotate your butt, lower it down, and keep your arms completely straight the whole time. Rotating your butt up underneath your torso, in between your hands, your arms, and straightening your legs, lifting your toes up off the floor so that only your heels are on the floor. Then go back to tabletop. All right, let's start the 30 seconds. Excellent. Very good. You're only going to do 3 or 4 of these. Not a problem. Again, keep the elbows straight. Exhale as you push your butt back up into tabletop. Inhale as you lower down. and squeeze those butt cheeks. As you lift up, press the toes into the floor as you're lifting up. One more move, and then we're going to take a quick break. All right. Lay down on the floor now completely with your hands behind your head. Your legs are straight now, out in front of your body. This is the long-legged dead bug crunch. So yesterday your legs were bent and you did a dead bug crunch where you lifted your head, your shoulders, and the top of your rib cage up with your elbows meeting your knees, but the knees were already bent, so they were fairly close to your elbows. Now you're going to lift both legs up in the air, meeting your knees meeting your elbows, but your legs are going to be straight. So try a couple of those. Let's start the 30 seconds. Again, you'll get a second opportunity to do this in the next set. And keep going. 15 more seconds. Good. Last 10 seconds. Just a couple. Make sure you really squeeze at the top there. And 3, 2, 1. Good. Stand on up. Take a quick breath. Quick sip of water or a deep breath or both. Let's get you ready for that second set. Gonna go back to your squatting. 2-3 moves actually with squatting today, and we're gonna start in about 10 seconds. Couple more seconds. Go ahead and get your feet in the right place, pinky toes and heels in line. You're going down into the squat and coming up and kicking. Ready, set, go. Make sure you inhale on your way down. Keep your weight in your heels. As you come up, lift the knee up, kick out the foot. Very nice. Alternate feet. Keep the foot flexed as you're kicking it out. And with the foot that's on the floor, make sure that you keep the pinky toes and heels in line. You put your foot back down in the right place each time. 5 more seconds. Don't stop squatting, because you're going to go now from the squat with the kick to the squat with the vertical punch. 30 seconds starts now. All about the squat today, it seems, although it wasn't formally planned to be that way. It did make the most sense, and it's nice to be able to sustain the squat over a period of longer than a minute, because whether you know it or not, everyone hates really doing squats, but they are so good for you when you do them the right way. You've got 5 more seconds. Good. Now we're going to take just a second here to spread your legs back out to the double shoulder width position and turn your toes all the way out. Now bring your arms in front of you like a ballerina, making a big circle at your chest level. And you're going to go into that grand plie. 30 seconds starts now. So you're lowering your body. As you lower your body down, your heels come up. And then as you lift up, shift the weight back to the heels, press the heels into the floor, squeeze your butt cheeks, and stand. Shoot for doing 3 of these, because you've only got 15 seconds left, maybe 4. Inhale again, once again on the way down, you're inhaling. On the way up, you're exhaling. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. 3 seconds. Okay, now let's do that lunge jump. Get yourself into the initial lunge position with your right leg forward, left leg back, knees bent to 90 degrees, hands out by your sides for balance, and let's start the 30 seconds. If you can do the jumping, that's fantastic. If not, just do some forward lunges or the forward curtsy lunge, which is always fun to do, the diagonal lunge. Keep it going. Another couple of minutes and this will be over, and you will be on your way for the rest of the day and the weekend. Good. Okay. Down to the floor now. Let's do that last folding tabletop move and then our crunch. So go ahead and get yourself into tabletop position. Takes a couple seconds, obviously. Your hands are underneath your shoulders. Your feet are on the floor, pinky toes and heels in line, toes down, hips up. Make a tabletop, and 30 seconds starts now with the folding tabletop. Rotate the butt up underneath your torso, straightening your legs, keeping your arms completely straight the entire time. You will, again, only do 3 or 4 of these. The number is so unimportant in terms of this move. Last couple of seconds. I'll count you down here from 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last move. Spread those legs out, stretch them out, and Let's do that long-legged dead bug crunch one more time. 30 seconds starts now. Bring the knees in, bring your head up, touch the knees to the elbows, and then stretch back out. Last 30 seconds, and you will be ready for the weekend. Very nice. One more. Let's see. No, two more probably should make it, make this 30-second interval complete. All right. Very good. So take a couple seconds to stretch. You've done a really great job. This was a pretty good workout, a little over 15 minutes, but certainly free pass to get you out of that gym today. And have a wonderful weekend. I'll be recording the In Shape Fitness Show tomorrow for Friday as well, and for Saturday rather. And that we are doing this week a metabolic madness workout. So it's going to be fairly high intensity. So join me for that over the weekend as well. I'm Kim Watkins. I'll be back on Monday with another level 1 workout. Have a great weekend.